What's up, y'all? This is Nail Design Studio version 11, the updates. Now, I'm going to tell you right now the nail decals A to Z class is tomorrow, April 26th. So, there are not a lot of updates this week, but that's all right. We do have something to tell y'all. There is some updates, nothing too crazy, nothing too out of control. We're getting to a stabilization point with the app now to where I'm not getting a whole bunch of suggestions. So I don't have a whole lot of things to throw in there. I'm just trying to refine things, tweak things, make things better. If I notice a bug, fixing the bug. So some of this week's updates are bug fixes, and then there are some actual additions. So let's get into it. What is actually new in Nail Design Studio this week? Well, first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and give these nails a background just so you can see what's going on here. So I'm going to just apply that to every nail. I'm going to make them all the same size. And then I want to click on this crystals feature. Now, if you remember, if you already had the app, last week we did version number 10, and that's where we introduced the crystal feature. Now you can see it looks a little different. There are more crystal options here, and they have little lines in the inside of them, so they look a little more faceted and realistic. Okay, so let me just start and put some on the nail and show you what's going on here. So which one do I want to do first? Let's do our little raindrop, and we're going to change the size of it, make it a little bit larger. And you are now able to rotate these as well, so that is new. You can rotate them and drag them into position, and then you can continue doing what you need to do. I didn't mean to do that. The undo button now works on the crystal. So before you would have to clear the nail or clear all, you can just click the undo button and we'll take away what you just did. I'm going to put that same teardrop, raindrop there again. Then I'm going to add a circle, but I'm going to make that circle smaller because I want to drag it in between those. Okay, so now you have a more faceted situation. I'm going to zoom a little bit just so you can see a little bit better. But that is new in the crystal feature. You have more options. You have a star, just different things you can do. You can rotate that as well. You have the skull. That's good if you're doing like a Halloween set. I'm gonna make the skull a little bit bigger so you can see it. But yeah, as you know, if you know rhinestones, you know there are actually skull-shaped rhinestones. That's not even something that I made up. So that's real. But you have a bunch of different options in here now. You can rotate them as long as you use the little rotating handle thing there. I'm gonna get rid of that one. But yeah, so those are new shapes that are added. Of course, you can change the colors if you want to. If I want to change that to white. And I am in the light mode, so of course the white you can't really see it, but if I change it to dark mode you can see it now. Okay, so if I wanted to add it to, let's just say, the middle finger, and I want to do the triangle beta. Now the triangle beta is basically a triangle with rounded corners, but there's also a regular triangle. But yeah, same concept. You can just do it like that in white. It will not show up well if you are in the lights mode because white on white background. But if you hover over it, since the box is purple, you can see each one before you place it, okay? And then again, if you don't want that there, you can undo it. Now, something you may notice that was not there before, and I'm gonna just change this for my peace of mind, is the placement guide. So let me move these guys out of the way, and I'm gonna click on placement guide. So placement guide is gonna come up and it's gonna look like this. So essentially it is 4 different rows of different placements, and as I come up with new ones, of course I can add more, but these are just to give you some ideas of what's available. There is a zoom button, so if you need to zoom in to see better like what some of these placements are, you can do that. I'm gonna zoom out so we can see the whole thing. But yeah, so you have your rhinestone placements here, just giving you some ideas and some pointers. You can scroll over to see the whole thing. But yeah, these are our rhinestone placements, and that is a new feature. You just pop that right out and you can look at it, and it'll help you with inspo on where to place your stuff. Okay, so that's something that is new. Let me go ahead and close that out. Now, another thing that was a bug fix, not necessarily a new feature, but I did do the whole set, didn't I? Let me see. Okay, yeah, I did the whole set. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I'm gonna clear that out and just give that the same background color, make it plain. I'm gonna make these all the same. So when you go to the print and save, before there was an issue, and I'm gonna show you what the issue was. Let's set it to full set, and then we'll go to print PDF. Now, we have our current set that we're working on, which is just this nude set, nude coffin with no designs on it. And then we're gonna add a save set. So I'm just gonna grab some random set I had here. That's one of the random ones I had saved. I'm gonna add another one. That one I only had a few nails on there. But before, the bug was if you click the nail outline button, it would make these two disappear. So now you can see it removed the outline from all of them and nothing disappeared. So that was just a minor tweak, but that is something that is new in Nail Design Studio. Also, I guess I can say it publicly here. I already checked to make sure I was able to, but I did come up with a name for the app. So I will be changing the name probably after tomorrow's class. And then everything going forward, I'll just say formally known as Nail Design Studio, or, you know, Nail Design Studio can be thrown in there with the name, but the name is going to be Arter Space. So instead of Outer Space, it'll be Arter Space. And I have a whole little branding marketing situation there, but I did want to throw it out there because you actually can say the name before you file for a trademark for the name. I know nobody's using the name, but now I've publicly said it today here, April 25th, 2026 at 9:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is going to be the new name. Arter Space is the new name. So that is a fixed thing there. What else? I'm trying to think if I added anything. I told you this was going to be short this time because this is the day before the Nail Decals A to Z class. If you have not purchased the class, I am going to take it down tonight. So if you haven't gotten in by tonight, it will be gone. There will be no chance to get in tonight. I'm sorry, after tonight. And then your only recourse will be the replay, which will not be available for a couple of days. And yeah, so, and no, the replay is not going to be super cheap either. So if you're like, oh, I'll just wait for the replay and then try to get it for like 20 bucks, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Okay, so that's it pretty much this week. It's a short update, nothing too crazy. Our crystal feature is in here now with rotation as well as some extra shapes and the placement guide. That was the main thing. And then that bug fix with the print preview when you take off the outline, that is pretty much it, y'all. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I am streaming this on YouTube, so drop a question in the comments. If you already have the app, you can always put your questions or your suggestions or your help request in the got a suggestion box here. I have updated the form, so now when you click it, you are able to report any issues you're having with the app as well, not just suggestions. So that is not necessarily a new in this update, but I kind of quietly did it this week and just threw it in there. Okay. Also, you'll notice there was no pop-up for the class. I took that out, so I guess you could consider that an update. There was a pop-up with a discount code for the Nail Decals A to Z class that's happening tomorrow, April 26th, but it's gone now. So yeah, registration ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. and then it will be sold out until it comes back as a replay. So I tried to warn y'all, but have a great evening, everybody. And this is update number 11 on Nail Design Studio, soon to be Arter Space. Bye.